Hey everybody, something to throw I wanted to throw something out at you. This was rather unexpected. This was, and I stress was, a good headlamp that was in a different get home bag. I have a couple, one for winter, one for summer. It's just easier to just make sure it's easier to have the same things in both. One just has more clothing in it. It's more suited for winter weather. With that said, I forgot to take the batteries out of this when it was in storage, and the batteries corroded. I don't know if you can see the residue. I tried my best to wash it out, but guess what? It worked for a little bit, and she no work no more. Bad part is, it's one of these Princetons. It's a decent one, fully waterproof, but it has a red for night vision and so forth. But I'm a little bummed that this is now gone. That's bad. All right. Case in point, I was about to crack this sucker open. This is a spare I bought some time ago. I went on a camping trip and I have one like this in my one get home bag. I used my get home bag to go camping with just to try stuff out. You should, in my opinion, and that's just my opinion alone, test out your gear every now and then. Make sure you know how the stuff works. But anyways, this is the same model as the one I have in my get home bag, and this one of my earlier videos, I talked about the flashlights as well as your night vision, and this is something to keep in mind. If the camera will focus, this is the lumens, the time, or the time and the distance. Okay, on high, puts out this lamp will put out 100 lumens. It'll last 8 hours on high, and the max distance is 70 meters. All right. And it's not going to focus. All right, well, bear with me. On medium power, the max lumens is 45. It will last 20 hours, and furthest you can see is 40 meters. Okay? On low, it's 20 lumens. It'll last 45 hours, and a max distance of 25 meters. Okay? There she is. Anyways, the reason why I like this model is you have a dial to turn it on and off. And if you put something like this, a headlamp in your bug out bag, get home bag, what have you, if you have a push button, like say this, it's not going to click. The button could get depressed or pushed, and the light comes on. And soon enough, you got yourself some dead batteries. All right? With that said, with the dial, I like this model, and I don't know if Coleman makes these anymore, or if you can find one like this. I don't know if Coleman actually made this, but if you can find one like this with a dial to turn it on and off, as well as go through the different settings, you're going to be better off because it won't turn on in case the button's depressed. It has to rotate the switch. Two, second biggest thing is when I was out camping earlier this summer or earlier this year, the it was pitch black out. It was a new moon, obviously no moonlight, and I was in a real heavy thicket of trees, meaning which zero light was getting through to the ground. And because my eyes were used to the darkness, that was my night vision, I got away with using only 20 lumens. Say, anything more, and I tried it out, anything more, it was pretty much useless because the trees were so thick and it was very, very humid. So the air around you, the humidity was so the air was so saturated with moisture, it was like a constant fog at night. So those who have had driver's ed here in the United States knows that if you turn on your high beams, if you're driving through fog, you will get blinded by your own headlights. So the best thing to do is keep your headlights on low or on the standard setting, and just slow down, because you'll just blind yourself. Same thing goes with same went with me on my camping trip, but I digress. This for oh, how should I put this? If you want to use, like, say, real high lumens, a real bright light, excess of 200, 400, 1,000 lumens, if you want to do that, fine. Just remember, you'll be burning up through batteries left and right. That's one. Two, the batteries that you're going to be using are probably those CR123 batteries, and they're not easy to find. I mean, even AAA batteries are kind of scarce in some places, but AA's, perfectly, you can find those just about anywhere. So pretty much same thing with AAA. A lot of stuff, camping stuff, relies on AAA. But anyways, if I just want to pass this along to you. One, the lumens. If it's pitch black out, you really don't need the super high lumens unless, and I stress unless, you are searching for something or someone and you really need to push that beam of light out there. Then by all means, a headlamp may not do that, but a regular handheld flashlight will work, and that is a different story. But for a headlamp, you're working with stuff like real up close, and you just don't want to be blasted with light. Secondly, if this was a true emergency and you're bugging out, a real a real bright light is going to give away your position. So that's why I had this, because it had a red light. I could see up close to see what I was doing, and you really can't see that light really far, unless it's a real bright light with a red filter. So that's something I wanted to pass on to you guys. It's a lesson learned. Never store your batteries inside your electronics unless you have, like, say, a piece of cardboard or plastic to put on one of these ends, so it doesn't complete a full circuit and it drains the battery. So that was my lesson learned. Learn from my mistake and take it easy.